So now I want you to find in your handout the Insomnia Severity Index. It's a 7-item question that you rate from 1 to 4 or 0 to 4. Great. So I want you to complete that now. And you'll come up with a score, and the score will be between 0 and 28. So if you rate for every none that you rate, you get a 0 score. For every one in the first column, you get a score of 1. And I don't have mine here. And for the second column, 2, for the third column, 3, and for the fourth column, 4. Is that making sense? Got a score? Okay, so let's just say, what was your score?
17.
17? And so see, that places you in that moderate clinical insomnia category. And you?
20.
20. Okay, so you're in that same moderate category.
19.
19, same category.
24.
24, so more severe. So you moved up into that severe clinical insomnia. So this just gives you an idea in general of how you compare to the rest of the population in terms of sleep. And anything above 15 we would call clinical insomnia, and so certainly worthy of treatment. And that fits all of you, which is what we expect and what makes sense. Okay? Now I want you to look at your questionnaire, the Insomnia Questionnaire that was mailed out to you, and figure out your average kind of typical night of sleep. How much do you average in terms of total sleep time? How many hours a night do you average? And think about the last 3 or 4 weeks. For some of you, I mailed out sleep logs, and you can look at that data, but sometimes sleep logs aren't very accurate. So have you got a number? Everybody got a number? Come up with that? Yeah? Okay. What was your number?
I was 4.5 to 5 hours.
4.5 to 5 a night, okay.
5 hours.
5 about?
5 hours.
5?
About 4.
About 4. Okay, so you all are pretty much in that similar range. The average is about 7.5, so you're all pretty significantly below average as well, which is what we would expect. So that's good. Okay. Now, I want you then to also come up with an amount of time that you should be spending in bed. Now we're going to talk about the science of sleep and what happens with sleep. And here you can see that what we know is that sleep goes through cycles. There's 5 stages altogether. The first 4 are non-REM sleep. The 5th one is REM sleep that you've all heard about, where your eyes are moving. The first 2 stages we call light sleep. You can see that it's about 50 or 60% of your sleep total altogether. And if you wake up in that stage, you're pretty awake and alert. It's pretty easy to wake up. Stage 3 and stage 4 collectively are called deep sleep. And this is the sleep that when you wake up, you're kind of groggy and you're kind of, you can't make much sense out of things. These cycles, you go through these 5 stages in about 90-minute cycles. Okay, so you may do 3 of those a night with the amount of sleep that you all are getting. Maybe 3, maybe 4. You'll go through those cycles a night. Now, what we know is that stage 3 and stage 4 sleep is that restorative sleep. That's the sleep that leads you to not be sleepy the next day and needs you to not be tired the next day. So that's the sleep that we're wanting to increase and work on mostly. If we can increase that for you all, then you're likely to feel better. Right?
How long does one of these stages last? Are there several stages a night?
There are several stages a night, exactly. Each one of these is about 90 minutes. So you go through 90 minutes and then you start over again at stage 1. As a matter of fact, usually for some of you, you're waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. You'll almost always wake up at the end of your REM sleep cycle. Just as you're starting stage 1, your brain is almost awake as it is. Your body kind of goes, oh, it's time to wake up. Okay, go to the bathroom. And if you fall right back to sleep, then there's really no problem in that.
Can you tell us what delta waves are?
Yeah, delta waves are a specific kind of brain wave. They're, if you can see up there at the top, see this line?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the EEG looks like in stage 1, stage 2 sleep. You can see that's real there. That's almost like awake. Stage 2, you start to see these spindles there. And then stage 3 and stage 4, those are delta waves, those big, huge, slow wave sleep. So it means that your brain is firing at a very slow rate of speed. You're not firing very fast. But the so, make sense?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not REM sleep that makes you feel restful? It's not stage 5, it's stages 3 and 4?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. A lot of people think that REM sleep is the most important one. That's the one where we're dreaming. There's a lot of muscle relaxation. And it does, if we deprive somebody of a lot of REM sleep, they tend to lose some learning abilities. Memory tends to falter. But it really is the slow wave state, stage 3, stage 4, that is the most restorative kind of sleep. Okay? Other questions?
If this is a 90-minute cycle, how can you break it down of how many minutes? Is it just broken down?
Yeah, you can see
Half
4
hour?
to 5% in stage 1.
Okay, I see.
About half is stage
Okay.
2. So you can see that stage 3 and stage 4 taken collectively is 20% or so. It's a pretty small amount. And it's very variable. It's extremely variable. As a matter of fact, if we deprive somebody of just stage 3, stage 4 sleep one night, the amount of their stage 3, stage 4 sleep the next night goes up. So recovery sleep, rebound sleep, is more restorative. You're likely to get more restorative. And the big message here is that quality and quantity of sleep is very different. So we can set it, it's possible, if we can increase the amount of stage 3, stage 4, and REM sleep, the percentages, it's possible for you to do pretty well on 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But we can't, your body won't do that generally. That's some of the problem.
Do you still go through all the stages if you take a sleeping pill?
Yes, although Ambien, some of the sleeping pills do interfere with the restorative nature with stage 3, stage 4 sleep, and so your sleep is not always as restorative on a sleeping pill as it is off. And some other medications also will interfere with that slow wave sleep, the stage 3, stage 4 sleep.